and everyone who's here. very much, sisters. Thank you very much. May I request that we take our seats. May I request, sisters, that we close the photo shoots. Reverend is ready to start. We are behind time. Thank you very much for your patience also. Thank you. Over to you, Reverend.
Thank you very much. I think I just wanted to correct something. It's not Prof. Reverend. I'm a Reverend first, and through the grace of God, I became a professor. So it should be Reverend Prof. Tsepo Lepach. Thank you very much again. We're just going to continue where we left off yesterday. The theme again, just as a reminder, reclaiming the I can attitude. But I think this morning I want us to focus on the power of contentment. And of course, in the bracket there, I also added discontentment. And I want to make a comparison between Philippians 4 verse 13 and Ruth 4 verse 20. And there I want to compare two characters, that is Paul and Menaumi. And I've requested Reverend Moshwariba to come. He will deal with Paul. I dealt with Paul yesterday. I will focus on Naomi. Again, just to go through again the theme itself, to say when you speak of the I can attitude, the I can attitude is a positive mindset that helps one to achieve anything they put their mind into. Like I explained yesterday, anyone with a positive mindset, if they put everything together and focus on that, chances are they're going to achieve whatever they're involved in. Note, positive mindset is the practice of focusing on the positive in any given situation. It also means you approach the good, the bad in life with the expectation that things will go well. I can attitude means taking a proactive approach to all situations and believing that no matter what the situation is, you will tackle it and face it head on. Whatever the situation is, people with I can attitude, they approach that situation with a positive mindset, but with a proactive approach and saying, whatever the situation that comes against me, I will tackle it. I will take it head on. I will not run away from the situation, but I will tackle it. Note, proactive approach is an approach that attempts to understand a system even before it fails, to identify how it could fail in the future. Someone who takes a proactive approach is constantly trying to improve future outcomes by acting now. Is always anticipating obstacles that might arise so that they can be better prepared. When you take the I can attitude, it means no problem is too big for you to face. It means believing in yourself and in your abilities. And all these empower you to deal with whatever comes your way. You start by believing in yourself, but also believing in your abilities. It also means having the ability to influence those who are around you. People with I can attitude, whether you like it or not, they can easily influence people. A positive spirit, like I said yesterday, it's easy to influence people. But of course, a negative energy moves quickly. But I'm just saying people with positive mindset, people with I can attitude can easily influence people when they want to. People who take the I can attitude develop resilience. And like Maya Angelou, when you develop resilience, you will say, still I rise. No matter what the situation, no matter what challenges I go through, you will stand up and say, still I rise. It also means developing a thick skin and heart that helps you to take on any challenge presented to you in life. In this life, you need a thick skin. Let me repeat. In this life, you need a thick skin, especially when you are a believer. You need a thick skin. I always say to people, confuse people. Okay, I can say it. I always say confuse people. Whenever they think they've got you, just confuse them. When you should be, when they're expecting you to be angry, smile at them. When they want to fight with you, don't fight. And always tell them, no, you're correct, you are right. Confuse them. I always say on my WhatsApp status, I put jokes. Yeah, and then of course I would update about chiefs and all that, so that you confuse people. They don't know what is happening in your life. I can attitude helps you to have faith in yourself, abilities, and assist you to handle any situation, and help you rid yourself of a lot of fear of failing, fear of being a laughing stock, stress and anxiety. A lot of people don't attempt to do things because they might have failed before, or others are scared that I won't make it. So with I can attitude, you are not scared. Failure is part of life. It also helps you to eliminate doubt in yourself. Fear and any negative thoughts living rent-free in your mind. And I use it deliberately. You know, negative thoughts can live rent-free. When we say rent-free, they don't have to pay rent. There is no lease agreement. They live for free in your mind. If you entertain them, they live rent-free. They also help you transform negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And more importantly, the I can attitude helps you to develop the I am still standing attitude. I might be on my knees now. I might have fallen with my face down, but I rise and I'm still standing. That's what the I can attitude assists us to develop. I think I'll give Reverend Mushwadiba now to come and deal with Philippians 4 verse 13. I said I want to make a comparison between Paul and Menaume. And of course I must make a note. I'm going to present Paul to indicate the power of contentment, the power of being happy, even when the situation is bad. But of course I'm going to compare, I'm also going to use Menaume to show how life can make you to be discontent, unhappy. Muruti Mushwadiba, as you approach, come and talk to us about Philippians 4 verse 13.
Good morning, my beloved mothers. Good morning. Good morning. Let the church say amen. Amen. Let the church say amen. Yeah, we must have contentment, as Prophet said. But I don't see contentment. Let the church say amen. Ma'am Ruth, President, I don't see contentment. Let the church say amen. Yeah, now you see. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Contentment. Let the church say amen. It's nice to be here.
Wait first, please. Please wait.
Ma'am President, I know I'm very short. I'm very short, and in such a way that the brother there was complaining that my laptop it's hiding my face. Ma'am President, I think in the future, because some of us were very short, God has blessed us with shortness. Have something to lift us up. I'm very short, even in pulpit. In my church, I have a small step here, so that I can be up there. So because now when you are short, the problem is that, Ma'am President, now the confidence goes short as well. Beside that, brothers, you see now we are used to these brothers and sisters. My beloved mothers, I greet you in the wonderful name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm not gonna get too deep with this Philippians letter, but as a person, as umfundis wase Galina, they know very well Uguti that I conversate with people. I don't do a one-on-one sermon, but I want us to have a good conversational talk when we do this scripture that we're going to talk about, the reclaiming I can attitude. It's a very strong and bold theme that the Abu Mama, they have chosen it. And I would like to put forward my apology. You will hear me talking a lot of isiZulu, so I'm used now isiZulu. Yeah, so please bear with me when I keep on using a Zulu word. I'll try by all means necessary to accommodate all of us. We are going to start our discussion. Are you fine, Bomama? Yes. Are you fine? Yes. Are you okay? Yes. Yeah, I want to be within you, and you must be within me. Angita Bomama. Yeah, so we are going to talk about Apostle Paul, the very well-known Paul that we know, a man from Troas, a man who was by his stature my size. Paul was very short. He was my size, and he was content about his size of being short. I want to talk about Nabo Mama, about contentment, the reclaiming I can attitude. How do we reclaim the I can attitude when the world has turned against us, when people that we love has moved away? How can I reclaim I can attitude when all people that I used to share stories with have moved away from me? That story we're going to hear and talk about it from using Apostle Paul when he was talking about the Philippians. This was his letter. he wrote this letter, Paul was in prison. And we now understand the atmosphere of being in prison. How is it to be in a confined space where you don't have anyone but yourself and the four walls that is around you? So, but then through that, Paul developed, attitude with the very same strength. I can do all things through the Christ who strengthens me. Can you feel me? Can you hear me? Let the church say amen. Yeah, I want us to be free. Those who know me, Mam Theo, will know very well I'm a very energetic someone. Yeah, but then I'm trying to be within Nabo Mama so that I can gel along with you. If it was Ngami, if Mam President, I was gonna go through Nabo Mam, talk to Abu Mam about attitude. Philippians, the church in Philippians was in part and parcel of the Corinth city. But then when Paul was writing this letter, he was facing tribulous situations of his life. And he was in prison when he was writing this letter. And he needed to gain a strength in order for him to write the letter to the Philippians. Because Philippians were with Paul throughout and through in. So he wanted to remind them to say, even in this position that I find myself in prison, but I can. And I'm still standing. So he was developing an I can attitude in a confined space where there was nothing inside him. But he stands tall and says, short as I am, I can. Can Abu Mama say I can? I can. So Paul made it very clear when he was talking to the Philippians, because now Philippians were starting to be worried to say, we don't see this young man who kept on preaching to us, but he's no longer there. Because of persecution, the Romans wanted to persecute him, put him in prison. You know, sometimes life can put you in prison. But then Paul developed that attitude to say, I can. And when he was doing it, the word strength here is a Greek word dynami, which means the power and ability, the solidity of having a strength. So Paul developed that. And in this General Synod Congress, we are reclaiming the I can attitude. The attitude that was not there when things were going tough, but now you are saying, I can. Umam Audrey Lorde once said, your silence will not protect you. Ukuthula kwakho, I don't know in Afrikaans, I wanted to say it in Afrikaans as well. Ukuthula kwakho won't protect you. You know, we have a tendency of being silent when things go wrong. You keep silent and say, "Hi, Kuzulu, it will be fine. It's a rechmak." But then you must reclaim the I can attitude not with your silence. And then she then furtherly said, if I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into other people's fastness for me. So the I can attitude, it gives you an ability to define yourself. You don't let other people to come and define who is this Mamruti Deo. But then you stand up tall and say, I can define myself. Even when the going gets tough, you are able to stand and define yourself. Now, the reclaiming I can attitude from this verse here, few steps I can take to. I'm going to talk about 6. First, believe in God's strength. Remind yourself daily that you have an access to God's power and strength. Trust that God will keep you face any situation. When you don't believe in the power God has granted you. When Jesus was sending out the 72, he said, I gave you power. This was the strength Paul was talking about, that I can reclaim me. So it will, the belief in God is strength. You will reclaim the power that was stolen from you, by the people whom you used to trust. But then if you stand tall and say, I can, you will reclaim the power. But then you will not reclaim God has given to njengabomama. The second step within the Philippians, renew your mind. Replace negative thought, as Proverbs mentioned. Replace negative thoughts and self-doubt with positive affirmations based on the God's promise. Meditate on God's word, and let it shape your thinking. This one is a serious problem in terms of the negative thought and how we think things in the world. You need to renew your mind. And this was the statement Paul also used in Romans, renew your mind. And the third part is that when you have doubt in yourself, the I can attitude, it won't be there. When you doubt the ability God has given to you as a woman, as a feminist, as a womanist, you will not have the I can attitude. But then if you don't doubt yourself as a mother, Paul, in that situation in prison, never doubted the strength of God. In every situation you find yourself as umam, remove this thought of negativity in your mind. To say, I'm a woman, therefore. You don't have a therefore. You must reclaim it. Because if you then put the doubt in your mind that the I can attitude, but they will that is why you will sing the song Trap the Devil. That negative thought, it's a trap. But then if you claim the I can attitude, you move. You move freely. So who prophets say confuse them. When you don't have that negative, you will confuse them. They will say, we have beaten them up. But little do they know that you have reclaimed my can attitude. Then surround yourself with positive influence. Spend time with people who uplift and encourage you. Seek out mentors or friends who can help you maintain a positive perspective. You know, when you surround yourself with negative people, you will become negative. When you surround yourself with positive people, you move positively. Because why? There I can attitude. When you surround yourself, with people who love to gossip, you will end up gossiping. But then with an I can attitude, you move, you walk. You even walk when there's no time for you to walk. You will be able to walk because you have the I can attitude. Can you hear me? I want all of us to say, I can. And I will. And this is an attitude that I will take when I move out here. Yeah. My problem, Prof. Lepar, is just that I'm closing. Is that I'm used to young people, so Number 4, set achievable goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate each milestone you reach and use them as a motivation to keep moving forward. Number 5, take action. In everything that you do, you take action. Negatively so, you take action. Positively so, you take more actions. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. And that is a problem. We let them hold us back and we fall down. Set up in faith and take action towards your goals. Remember that God is with you in every step of the way. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a great heart by focusing on the blessings in your life. Recognize and appreciate the progress you have made. And let your fuel determine and keep on going. Because you can. When you have fallen, you keep on going. Because you can. And this is Paul was saying to you, Abu Mama Oguti, even in prison of life, you must reclaim I can attitude. And when you have reclaimed I can attitude, it's a journey that will require you a consistent effort and a contentment where you will feel positive in every step of the way. So when you don't have the I can attitude, you will end up being I cannot attitude. And we don't want that in our life. And this is my last message to Abu Mama Nonke Oguti. In every step that you take with positiveness. In every move that you move, you remove the doubt and you move with positivity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Mushwariba. Like I indicated, we're now going to move to the story of Naume. Just a minute, we'll be done. In short, in the story in Root 4, verse 20, it's the story of Naum. And the story as it begins, she was blessed with a family husband called Elimelech, 2 sons, Machlon and Chilion. She was blessed with 2 daughter-in-laws, Ruth and Oprah, who were married to her sons. Following their departure from Judea as a result of the famine to Moab, there was prosperity. But few years later, things took a turn and she lost her husband. She lost her sons. She was forced to leave Moab. One of her daughter-in-law, Oprah, left her, and one stayed, that is Ruth. And of course, she was worried. What will she offer to Ruth? Because she has lost everything. She was forced to go back to her hometown. She was ridiculed when she arrived in Bethlehem. People in Bethlehem asked, is this not Naum, who was gentle, good, lovely, blessed? Naum, in response, just to prove discontentment, said, do not call me Naum, the gentle, lovely, pleasant, blessed. Call me Mara, bitterness, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. She appeared angry, bitter, and disappointed at God. When I spoke about the power of contentment, Reverend Mushwariba has dealt with Paul. He says, whatever challenges that Paul was going through, but Paul remained content with whatever he had. Whatever struggles that he had, he said, I can do all these things through Christ who strengthens me. On the other hand, the story that I've read, and I said for this particular context, Naum says, when things don't go well, and all of us at times were tempted, when things don't go our way. When things don't go our way, we always ask, as I said yesterday, where is God? Perhaps many of us would say, when things don't go as per our plans, don't call us Naume, the gentle ones, the lovely ones, the ones who make things happen, but call us Mara, because God has dealt harshly with us. So the message we're trying to bring this morning to say, in reclaiming the I can attitude, remain contempt. Remain contempt. Don't fall into the trap of discontentment, of saying, of remaining bitter, remaining angry. That's where I think I'm going to stop now. Sorry for taking long.
They need more. They need more. Can't you see them? Which flag are you going to show? Which flag are you going to show that you need more? No, it's fine.
All right.
Prof. No, it's fine. I'm joking with them.
Okay.
Let me do this. The red flag is to say, Reverend, stop. The green one is to say, no. Thank you. No, I wanted just to show Reverend Moshwadiba what we are doing. We are women in style. And this is the time. Prof, don't worry, because I told them that from today, Bible study should be the name of the game for CWM. So they'll do it at home. And Uber Fundisi are there at home. That one I'm sure of. Yes. So we'll continue. That green one, just to say thank you, Prof. Okay. As Namibia, Sis Anne, coming to thank Reverend. And Reverend Moshwadiba, you can also come nearer. This one is for Prof. The one open is the other. You can give the message on that.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, mothers. Dr. Teo, Sis Vuyo, and the executive of Christian Women Ministry. The beautiful mothers this morning, good morning once again. You know, they say, if you don't say thank you, one day you will steal. We just learn that we need to be content. And we just learn we need to claim I can attitude. Today, if we cannot say thank you to the two brothers, Reverend Lepanga and my brother here, the name, Reshotwane. Our theme is in the book of the Philippians. The Apostle Paul have so many quotes of thankful, despite the circumstances that Apostle Paul went through. And in all the 13 apostle books, Paul have always lived the word of thankful. And today, as Christian Women Ministry at this conference, if we don't say thank you to our Reverend here, we will be disobeying God. And I want to leave the two reverends with a word in Timothy 1, verse 1, 12, which is saying, I thank Christ Jesus, our Lord, who has given me strength, that he consider me trustworthy, appointing me to his service. I thank you. This, you will remember this event. You must always put on that to remember the beautiful mothers. Reverend, when you are busy, with your service. Your Bible, you carry it in here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Walk. But can you walk sitting? That's the funny one. Walk. You are sitting. So walk in the light. No, don't worry. They are on the wheelchairs, and the wheelchair can just roll. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. What I know, the account for GS is empty because of this. So I'm going to find some people. Please walk. Those who are sitting, look at them. I'm going to find them just now. How do you walk sitting down? Mama, walk in the light. Let the wheelchair also roll when they walk. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. Walk in. Let's walk. Oh, go. Walk in a style, please. Walk. Should only take those who are walking in style. Walk in the light. Let's go. Ready to walk in a style. Walk inside as you go to your seat. Walk in a style. Walk to your chairs now. Walk towards your chairs. Even if you are talking, walk where we are. I don't know who we are going to send, but we need a box of constitution. I'm sure in the car. The car is in the front of the reception. It's a Euro car. It's a small car. Then, you can ask some people from the reception. The box for constitution at the back. At the box.
Okay. The car. What's the color of the car?
White.
But when you switch on it, okay. And then after reception, you go through
in front. Okay. And Bon. Mama, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. That is why I love you. Do you love me? I love you more than you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. After this message that we should take home and ensure that we start with us, I just want to say to you, If you look at the cover page, there is a word, I can't. Ne? I can't do it. And there is a scissor, a scare, just there. Can you see that? Now I'm saying to you, my message to you is, go back. The vocabulary of I can't do it should not be in your mouth. Always, when you come to the situation where either you want to say I can't do it, or somebody want to say you can't do it, just use the invisible scissor. Die onsigbaar scare. Sekere se sa bonagaling. Just use it. So in other words, I'm saying from today, your right hand should have that invisible scissor. Whenever the situation says you can't, take that and scare and say, no, I can do it. That is the message after this Bible study. Can we go to our program and see what is it that is left for us? According to the program after the Bible study, we were to look at the Urcsa 2016 to 2024 strategic plan. But this was done yesterday. We are happy with that, ne? It was done yesterday. And then what was left on the program for yesterday was the report from our treasurer. Can we leave it and go home? Okay. Okay, so that's the one. And another one, a UEM presentation through Ms. Anam Zinga. So we are going to start with the treasurer's report. In fact, it was a strategy that you should get this report being fresh. Because yesterday, I could see some eyes closing as the report were going on. And I just said we are not going to do it now. Because I want this woman to see and, scrutinize, read behind the written words, read on the white part what we have done with your finances. Okay? So the time is now for that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I hear a song to show that you are ready? And I'm going to go down as the treasurer. Will be. You don't hear that I'm still talking. How about you? I love you so much. I'm introducing the treasurer to you. I'm saying you must sing as I'm now leaving the podium and requesting the treasurer, our treasurer for GSCWM, Mayor Puseletso Gladys Lekota, to come and present the report. Thank you. Just put a comma there and you must start where you ended. Please allow me to indicate that on the table permission was requested from the President and the Congress by Reverend Mulawa, the CMCM chairperson, that he's just rushing, together with the wife, rushing for COVID tests because they have to go to a country that demands a COVID test. I'm sure by this time they are coming back. The second one, By order, good morning, President and Congress members. The Presbytery of Graaff-Reinet ask permission to be excused from tomorrow's session because we use what? We had an early flight tomorrow morning. God bless. Can you show by the right flag that we accept and approve the permission that is granted? And this is saying everybody, if you know that by the 11:30 when we finish, you will not be here, you do likewise. What was the color? Hi, Baba Ngabadi Emisa. Others did not raise. Namibia, are you with us? Are you in the Congress? No, not Namibia, sorry, Pororo. I'm looking this way. Okay, thank you. Hey, Northern, what's happening? Northern, what's happening? Executive, just look behind you. What's happening? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Start that song again where you ended. No, I want the same one, please. Please. No, but I don't. Oh, please. Oh. Come on. Anybody else?
Sisters, thank you for the lovely song. Yes, we are going to, I gave you 2 reports. Is the one on portrait and the other one is on landscape. I'm going to start by the one on landscape. Do you have the
can we listen? Can we be ready?
Is
and
everybody...
my expectation is that you must look in your book or whatever, please.
I want to start, and I want every one of us must have this copy. Because if you don't have a copy, you are not going to follow what I'm saying. We must go line by line as I'm explaining. So if you don't have a copy, it will be a problem.
Can I just check why there's some... Oh.
Modimo riboka wena zohledie tsakiwe
tsohle di etswa ke we tsohle di etswa ke we. Thank you. Page 1. Report of the GSCWM Treasurer presented to the CWM General Synodical Congress held at Bechut Hotel on the 6th to the 9th of July 2023. The GS moderator, Professor Modise in absentia, GS Actuarius Reverend Betha, also in absentia, GS CMCM Chairperson Rep Reverend Mulawa. All of these people are not present due to some certain reasons this morning. Madam President, members of the GSCWM Executive Committee, Regional Synods Executive Committee members, delegates, observers, distinguished guests, and visitors. Greetings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Madam President, allow me to present this report regarding the organization's finances for the period 2017 to 2018 financial year to 2022-2023 financial year. My report, next page, my report will be based on the following. Number one on the report is the income statement for the period 2017 to 2023. Expenditure statement for the period 2017-2023. The investment account report for the period 2017-2023. An audited statement of books from 2017-18 financial year to 22-23. Payment of levies, this is the summaries. The summary of payment of levies from that period 2017 to 2018. The sales of constitution is a breakdown of how the regions have paid for their constitutions that were distributed. The CWM had material sales, the building project, the recommendations. Lastly, it will be the conclusion. Page 3, income. Levies. As I said, I will be starting from 2017 to 2023. The tables represent those financial years as stated. Now the levies, the 2017-2018 actually is the report that I have presented in our last General Congress that was held in 2017. So because the Congress happened in July 2017, the year was still not yet finished because the financial year ends on the 31st of March annually. So I had to add some figures and some expenditure and income that happened after July 2017. Hence, every time when you start your report for the next Congress, you must start with the year when you ended because there are some finances that were not accounted for during the Congress. Are we together? Now the 2017-2018, at the end of 2018 in March, we had 104,050 rand for our levies. In 2018-19, the levies were 129,300. In 2019-2020, the levies were 146,150 rand. 2020-2021, the levies were 56,500. It is far less because you remember in 2020-21, it was at the peak of the COVID. And when we completed the forms, we said, instead of 200 rand per congregation, regions must pay 100 rand per congregation. Hence, you see, this is half the amount of the money that we're supposed to be in this account. 2021-2022, 106,400 rands. In 2022-2023, 7,400. By the time I was doing this report, it was only KZN that have paid their levies. But when I do my update in the next report, you will see that other regions have paid as well to date. Congress fee. The Congress fee for our last Congress was 2,400,001 rand 16 cents. And then on the same note, in 2021-2022, I'm reporting on all the activities throughout the years. I'm not taking them one by one to going down. I'm going across. Now you see, in 2021-2022, there is an amount of 26,500 that was paid towards the Congress. It was not our Congress, it was the Cape Synod's Regional Congress. Unfortunately, some presbyteries and congregations, instead of depositing the money into their regional, the Cape Regional Synod account, they decided to pay me. So that's how this amount is reflecting on our statement.
Next time, Treasurer, next time you don't refund. They must do the right thing. Thank you.
Okay. Now the total for the congresses is 2,426,501 16 . You will see in my expenditure, I have refunded, but I leave it at this because I'm not dealing with the expenditure yet. The blouses for 2017-18, we paid 82,980. The total stands as is. Offerings and collections during the Congress, we managed to get the amount of 20,511 rand. That was the previous Congress. We don't know this year how much will be the offerings and collections during our Nakhmal Muore. Congress donation Southern Synod. The Southern Synod have donated 100,000 towards the Congress in 2017-2018 to assist GS in running the affairs of the Congress. Now this year there's no donation because the Congress is hosted by GS itself. The Aviator Hotel, those who were here will remember that when I booked for the Congress 2017-2018, I had to I found the venue at the Aviator Hotel. But when we go there and compare the place, the venue with the number of delegates that should come, we found that that place was going to be too small. You remember I reported about it in 2017. And already I had made a deposit of 50,000 to secure that place. Congress donation for paper, some congregation donated 500 that we must buy photocopying paper. The KZN building project, the KZN are always the first to pay. They paid 75,000 towards the building project, while other regions, we were still struggling. But at the end, all regions have donated something. You will see it on this report when I do the summaries. GS building project, we had in total, as all the regions has paid, in total we had 954,810. Kio total, Yarona. Head material. For the head material, we had 12,630. Another in 2020-21, we had a payment of 44,280. The total was 56,910 for the sales of the heads material. Constitutions. In 2019-2020, we sold the constitutions and we got 45,730. Mrs. Dr. Teu, MC Teu, refund for Cape Synod. Dr. Teu went to Namibia in that year, in 2022-2020. Is it? No. This is not a refund. It is not a refund. Ne? This one is a refund for the Cape General Synod sitting that was in Cape Town. In Cape Town, all the delegates were expected to pay 13,000 per delegate to attend the General Synod sitting. Those of you who are elders and deacons will know that they were paying 13,000 per person, while we are paying 6,000. And we still can't make 5 delegates. And we are the people who are holding the monies. Yes. Now, when she got there, she got one room, and the single rooms are always expensive. You will see when I do my expenditure, she paid more than that 13,000. Now to balance it from 13,000 to 19,000, Doc paid from her pocket 6,238 rand 75 cents to make it 19,000, because we only paid 13,000, as was requested. DSV Courier Services. In 2020-2021, it was the year of the head material. Then 3,060 rand was for courier service when I had to courier the head material to Cape and to KZN. I paid this amount to the courier services so that our sisters in Cape Town and KZN could receive their head materials. And then Tumekutana Conference water contribution. In the report of the executive, you heard that at Mseni Binoni in September 2018, there was a Tumekutana Conference. And CWM in this region, in this General Synod, we donated 13,900. This amount was deposited by each and every region who contributed towards the 13,000 so that we could buy 150 bottled water for the Congress that was held in Mseni, the Tumekutana Conference. President's invite to Cape region and the refund. The president in 2018-2019, she went to Namibia. And when she was in Namibia, she got an invitation by the Cape Synod. There was a certain Mamuruti who was going on retirement, and the Cape wanted Doc to go and represent General Synod in the program there. So the Cape Synod had to refund me 4,250 because they interfered with my plans. They take her from Namibia to Cape Town. Now they must refund me because from Cape Town, from Namibia to Cape Town, it was their baby now. KZN levies overpayment. In 2022-2023, you see at the top there, KZN has paid 7,400. And here again, they paid twice. Now I had to refund them. You will see in my expenditure, I had to refund because they have already paid. Yeah, it's an overpayment. And I've already done it. It's already with you. Congress fee 2023. This year I have paid in March. I have paid 534,000, which was our balance. Not our balance, in fact, but the amount that was needed by that time towards this sitting that we are in. Next page, UEM funds for the workshop that was held in Kimberley. We had a donation from UEM. You saw that lady that presented yesterday, who was from UEM. She's coming today. Yes. She will be coming today. I don't know because I was not here yesterday. I was busy with some things outside. The UEM contributed or donated 80,000 towards that workshop so that the CWM members, mothers can have a developmental workshop. that was held in Kimberley. We were all there, and it was a great success, and people still needs more of that. Maybe the finance commission, when we go for commissions, we will talk about this 80,000 and the workshop and see what will happen in the years to come. Workshop registration. The regions, each region contributed, registered with 500 rand. It was 500 rand per region registration fee. That gave us the amount of 3,000 rand. Mrs. Isaacs was having 200 rand with her, which was surplus money when she was buying some stuff because she was the host. Now she paid that money in of 200,000. Now those are the totals. Should I read the totals? Huh? 200 rand. I'm used to thousands. I don't hold change, I hold money. I'm used to millions and thousands. Now the totals at the bottom for the Congress, it is 2,758,042 rand 16 cents for the year 2017-2018. No, that is the total income that we got in that year. 2,758,042 rand 16 cents. The total money we have received in 2018-2019 is 222,450 rands. Total money for 2019-2020, 1,159,320 rands. And the total for 2020-2021 is 103,840. For 2021-2022, the total money received was 132,900. For this year that ended 2022-23, we only had 638,238.75. But since Doc has explained last year that these reports were done in February, March, in March, April, before, while other monies were still coming in. There is an update that I'm going to give now. And it is also not all, because monies are still pouring in even now. Yeah, so I can't finalize the 2023 report with these monies that are still with me. Now I go to the expenditure report, which is item number 2 of the report. The bank charges for 2017-18, 7,263.82 cents. For 2018-19, 3,371.96. For 2019-2020, 5,059 cents. 2020-2021, 2,443 rand 65. For 2021-2022, 2,094 rand 5 cents. 2022-2023, 2,601 rand 65 cents. The total for the bank charges for the year, for all these years, is 22,775 rand 72. You see there, in 2017-2018, the bank charges are high. Why? Because the monies for the Congress were pouring in, and the higher the deposit, now the bank charges also rises. Traveling expenses, 2027-18, 55,703 rand 45 cents. In 2018-19, traveling allowance was 32,026 rand 8 cents. 2019-2020, traveling 33,628 rand 3 cents. 2020-21, 9,596 rand. 21-22, 3,885 rand. 2022-23, 38,785 rand 90. That is the total. You see, in 2021 and 2021-2022, a lot of traveling did not take place due to COVID. So this traveling that is here is for the invitations here and there. Like when Doc reported that she went to represent CWM at the funeral of Reverend Muloi in KZN. Those are the travelings because she went there by car. She didn't fly. Those are some of them, but my booklet has got everything, all the details for those maybe who want to know what was the 9,000 for where it went. They can come and look at my books. They will find everything. Meals and accommodation for 2017-18, 30,837.47. 2018-2019, 18,000. 2019-2020, 35,541.35. There was no meeting for 2022-21. For 2020-21, 21-22, there was no meeting. We only had Zoom virtual meetings. Okay, fine. We only had virtual meetings, no face-to-face meetings. Hence, you can't find anything there. But when I do my expenditure, you will see we used data most of the time for such meetings because we couldn't go physical. 2022-2023, the meeting happened twice in Kimberley and here at this venue for the preparation of the Congress. Hence, you see, it's 72,944 rand. Its meetings were held twice this year. Yes, that is the total for the meetings. Subsistence and our allowance. In 2017-18, it was still Dr. Teu and Mekambule. They went to the UEM conference in Germany, and they had to get this allowance of 12,000 shared amongst the two of them for the visas and all those things, the test that they must go and the subsistence that they must get per day when you go out of this country. We don't give subsistence when you are inland, but when you go overseas, we have to give you subsistence because the finances, the value, the rent, the value of our rent is very low. So we don't want our person to go and struggle when he has to buy a bottle of Coke because it's far expensive that side than here. And then here, you see in 2022-23, it's 4,000 again, subsistence for Sisvuyo now. That was for Kambule and Teu. This one is for Sisvuyo. You heard when she read the report that she went to Germany, UEM conference. We had to give her, for 2 weeks, we had to give her the 4,000 for subsistence so that she can buy the goodies when she's that side. Congress registration fee, we paid 2,511,487 for that Congress. And then that is the total. Flight tickets in 2017-18, 28,512.78. Why the flight tickets? Some of our members don't. If the meeting has to happen in Gauteng, KZN must fly, Cape must fly, Pororo must fly, Namibia must fly. Ne? So that's why you see the money of the flight tickets, I put them aside because if I can say it's transport, you will wonder, so much money, why did we spend so much on transport? But when I separate it like this, you will see the traveling by car and the traveling by flight. Yes. The flight ticket for the Congress was 28,512.78. 2018-2019, 42,458 and 46 cents. 2019-2020, 34,675 and 35. Not traveling for 2021 and 22. The data was used. 2022 and 23 is 39,146 rand for our meeting in January and for that one in Kimberley, the workshop. Accounting fee, that is the auditors. For 2017-18, we paid 5,300. 2018-19, 1,800. 2019-2020, 3,800. 2021 and 2022, I didn't audit. You know the COVID rule said we mustn't handle papers, we mustn't handle anything because of infections. So in 2022-2023, I had to take the books for 2021 and 2022 for auditing. Then hence it is 15,220. So the auditing for those years is 26,120. The WWDP program and registration, 420. We bought this program for Free State Lesotho in 2017-2018 because we wanted to revive Women's World Day prayer in the Free State Lesotho region. Hence, the General Synod bought the program for them so that they can hold that meeting. The blouses for the Congress, the previous Congress, it was 108,497.24 cents. Visa for Kambule and Teu for Germany, 2,400. Service pack present. You remember during our previous Congress, we had to give present to the emeritus and the previous mothers who served in the GS before. So for their presence and our visitors for that particular Congress, we spent 8,117,017 cents. The Cape Congress fee, they paid 30,000. You will see it was refunded. Hence, President says next time, no refunds. Congress stationery, we bought some stuff for the stationery for the amount of 1,334.75 cents. Printers Congress booklets, for that Congress we paid 23,431.31 cents. Constitutions, we bought the constitutions and they were sold. After they were sold, we came up with the amount of 45,730.42 cents. The building project, in 2019, the Northern Synod deposited 600,000 towards that project. And then, no. This was for the GS. We gave GS, General Synod. Actually, this project was for the buildings, whatever building that we were thinking about. Now we gave the General Synod from the 900,000 that I have talked about in the previous page, the 954 and 810. We took from it 600,000 and gave it as a donation towards the building project to the General Synod. And from that amount we take for the Namibian project, we gave them 200,000 rand. So the head material, we received 61,380,000 after they were sold. Next page, honorarium. The Congress honorarium was 24,000 for the 7 of us. And for the subsequent years, it was 7,000, which is 1,000 per member, as it was concluded during our last Congress. That per annum, all General Synod members, we get 1,000 rand honorarium per annum. So the money for the honorarium is 59,000. Zoom meetings and data. There was no data in the years in which we could meet physically. But in 2020, in 2019, in 2020, 21, and 2021-22, there was no data. In the previous years, there was no data, but data, we started to give ourselves data for the years of the COVID when we couldn't meet physically. So in 2020-21, data of 750 was given. And this 750 from the 1,750, it was data for us all. And in the following year, we gave one another 220 rand data for the whole year, for communication, which was 1,400. And this year, 2,300, because we were organizing for the Congress and for the workshop. This is for data. So for data, we spent 5,450 rand. The DSV courier had material 3060. I've talked about this one. Donation, the 3060 that I presented to you in the income side is the money that was refunded by Cape and KZN for the courier services. GS donation, later on last year, GS asked for donation again. The GS is struggling, sisters. They don't have money, we don't know how to assist them. They came back again with the request of 30,000 from the GS, and we had to give them 30,000 as a donation. The Cape refund from the 26,500 that I talked about, that was faultily deposited into our account. I refunded them 15,500, and they were left with 11,000. That 11,000, you will see, I have used it to top up on the T-shirts that they had to get for this Congress. But the 15,000 I had to refund so that they can be able to run their Congress at home. Transfer to investment account. Now that we saw that we have a lot of money in our account in 2019-2020. As the committee, we have decided to take the amount of 82,400 and deposit it into our investment account. Because when it stays in the current account for long, it replaces the bank charges. And there's no interest in the current account. So we took 82,400 into the investment account so that it can generate some interest for us. Ne? Transfer. Dikuku tsa bana is the function that was held in Bloemfontein. If you still remember the report that was read by Sis Vuyo for the celebration of the 25 years of our existence, CWM bought the cakes for 5,700 rand. And for the donation, the contribution towards the anniversary, each ministry was requested to donate. CWM donated 5,000 rand. Sisters, the financial report is the report that is based on everything that the secretary and the president have reported about. So if you listen carefully to the report of the president and that of the secretary, I'm doing the funding of all those activities. Hence you will see the cuckoo here, the cuckoo there, the cuckoo there, because the cuckoo everywhere. Yes, the finance report is the continuation and the funding of everything that was done by all these people. WWDP registration in 2018-2019, this is the registration fee for our representatives who attend the WWDP during their annual meeting. Water donation for Tumekutana, it amounted to 13,100. Token of appreciation, when the president read the report last year, the deputy president, you remember she said they gave the treasurer 5,000 rand as a token when he went on pension. That is the pension fund, 5,000 rand. And then for Dr. Teu, we also gave 5,000 rand. This is the 10,000 we see on this report for the token of appreciation for those who went on retirement. KZN levies refund 7,004. You saw the overpayment that side, now you see the refund this side. CWM UEM banner, when we were at the workshop in Kimberley, we bought a banner. It is somewhere here. It has got 2 batches, the CWM one and the UEM one, for the amount of 1,193,099. T-shirts for workshop, 8,855. Though we still don't have the workshop T-shirts with us, but the president will explain why we still don't have those workshops while they were paid even now. Workshop package. For the workshop package, we use the amount of, actually it comes from the 80,000. You must remember this one that says everything that says workshop comes from the 80,000 UEM. So for the workshop package, 8,074.94. Workshop admin, 1,867.1 cent. URCSA general seating, 19,000. This is the one I was talking, that doc had to refund. 19,238 rand 75. Because I said it was 13,000, now the single room is more expensive. It amounted to 19,000. She had to pay 6,000 to top up on the 19,000. Then, next page, CYM camp donation. Beachwood is a continuation of that one. You see how Cheltemo. There's no money there. Eating. Beachwood Congress 2023. This was 150. The deposit that we had to put last year, early this year, to secure the place at Beachwood for this sitting. You remember when we want to book for many people, the hotel needs a deposit to make sure that really you are coming. You are not only blocking space for other people who could have used it. So we paid 155,000 to secure the place. That was in December last year. Camp donation to CYM. When the deputy principal, the deputy president, in her report last year, she said the CYM had to attend the camp, and General Synod asked every ministry to donate because the young ones didn't have money to attend that camp. So CWM had to donate 12,000 for the flight ticket for the youth to go to the camp. These are the totals. I'm not going to read the totals. Okay, Lady Born. You see them. Okay, number 3 is the investment account. Investment account in 2017-2018, we had 270,675.96 cents. And the interest that we accrued in that particular financial year, 13,042.88. At the end of the financial year in 2018, we had 283,718,084. That was the balance. When we go to 2018-19, we move with the balance to the top. And the interest we received was 17,756.19. At the end of that financial year, we had 301,448.03. But you will see in 2019-2020, the brought forward is not the same as in the next year. Then when we talked with the committee, I couldn't do otherwise because it was like that on the statement, and from the auditor's report, it reflected 307. I couldn't write any other number that I could think of. I take it as it is from the statement. 307,974.64. And then we transferred the 82,400 that I talk about, that we transferred it from the current account into the investment account to generate some funds for us. And at that year, in 2019-22, you see we had more interest than in 18 and 19. 23,340 and 40.54 cents because of the deposit that we made. The total at the end of 2020 for the investment was 413,715 and 18 cents. In 2020-21, the brought forward is the same as the closing balance in 2020. The interest received was 15,199,012 cents. At the end of 21, we were having 428,914 rand 30 cents. 2021-22, the brought forward is like that. And then we generated an income and interest of 13,281 rand and 39 cents. The total at the end of 2022 for the investment account was 442,195 and 69. The 2022-2023, the interest we have accumulated was 24,457 and 87. You see, when the balance it gets higher, the interest also grows due to what you have in the bank account. Now we are having, as on the 31st of March 2023, we were having 466,653 rand and 56 cents in the investment account. In these years, Ma?
Thank you for that. Can we do it better, Nyana? Thank you for that.
Meaning that when you add all the interests that we had over the years, we are able to increase our 270 by 107,077 rand 99. Then the comments. The investment account was opened in 2011 with an amount of 200 rand. You see where we're coming from. 200 rand, 200,000. Madam President and delegates, it is important to indicate that in 2020, we have transferred 82,400 from our current account to the investment account. This deposit has generated 23,340 in 1 year, which is far more than what we normally receive per annum. In the period of 12 years, this account has grown from 200,000 rand to 466,653 and 56 cents. It has generated 266,653 rand and 56 cents.
Okay. Let me break the ice. Now, this was a comment, ne? And to me it says for noting. For noting?
Okay, thank you. The next page, page 7. The total income. In the current account, as on the 31st of March 2023, we were having 562,763. In the investment account, as on the 31st of March 2023, we were having 466,653 and 56. The total amount, the balance that we have for the two accounts is 1,029,000 29,354 rand and 19 cents. This is the money that we have. Amandla! Number 4, auditing of books. Auditing of books. The 1st of April.
Let's go to the auditing of books.
Auditing of books. The 1st of April 2017 and 31 March 31st March 2023. The financial books were audited annually for the past 5 years by an accredited and registered chartered accountant. The audited financial statements were shared during our annual executive committee meetings and were approved by the executive committee during our annual general meetings 2017-18 up to 2021-2022. The 5th audited statement for the extended period was approved during our special meeting of the 13th June 2023, and copies are attached in the booklet. In the booklet, all the audited statements from 2017-18 up to 2023 are in here. We will look at them at the end of this report.
Okay, Treasurer, while you are just saying to them they shouldn't go there.
They shouldn't go there now.
They can look at them and the details during the time. Can I just call for the noting of this paragraph? Are we together? Yes. Okay, for noting? No. Thank you.
Next page, page 8, regional levies. Regional levies, we have got 7 regions. Cape region in the 2017-18 have paid in the levies of 34,350. Cape is the biggest of us all. You can see even their delegates there. They took two blocks. They are the biggest. This is the biggest region of them all, followed by Northern Synod, followed by Southern, and the rest will fall. Cape in 2017-18 paid 34,350. In 2019, 49,800. And in 2020, 49,800. And 2020-21 is half of that because of COVID, 24,900. In 2021-22, 49,800. The total for until this report was released, it was 208,650. But like I said, the rest of these other regions have now paid for 2023. You will see in the updated report. KZN, Free State Lesotho, 13,800 for 2019 as well, and then in 2019-2020, 18,400. In the year of the COVID, half that was 9,100. 2021-22, 18,400. KZN, 5,550 in 2018. In 2019, 7.4 in the following year, and in the year of the COVID, 3,700, which is half of that. 2021-22, 7.4, 2022-23, 7.4. Namibia, 4,500 in 2018, and then 7,250 in 2019, 2020, 6,000. In the year of the COVID, 2,900. In 2021-22, 2,900. But they have topped up because I made them aware that 21-22 is no more COVID. They pay the full amount. You will see in the updated report. Northern Synod, they have paid 20,000 in 2018, 20,100 in 2019, 20,250 in 2020. 33,750 in 2021, 22, and 23. They haven't paid anything yet because of the challenges they have. But the commission will talk about it when we go for commissions. They are owing. Pororo, 6,000 in 2018, 8,000 in 2019, 8,000 in the following year, 2020, half of that in 2021 during COVID, 2022, 8,000. We will see the updated for 23. For Southern Synod, 19,750 in 18, 22,800 in 2019, in 2020, 22,800. In the year of the COVID, it's half of that, 11,900. 2022, 22,800. And then in 2023, they paid in 19,600. They also have a challenge of one presbytery that is not participating in their regional activities for now, while things are still being negotiated and put in place. Now, the outstanding payments of levies. Northern Synod still owes the levies for 2021, 2022, and 2023. Namibia owes half the amount of 2021, 2022, and the full payment for 2022 and 2023. All regional synods still have to pay their levies for the 2022-23 financial year, except for KZN and Southern region, which by that time when I completed this report, they have paid already.
For noting.
Yes, page 9, constitution sales. Cape, they had 5,859 members during that year of the constitution. And then number of constitutions that was given to them, 1,725. And the expected amount was 17,250, which was paid. Free State Lesotho, they had 4,247. They were given 1,100 constitution and they paid in 11,000. KZN, they had 3,132 members. They were given 1,100 constitutions. They also paid their 11,000. Namibia, by then, they were 286,000 and they were given 286 constitutions and they paid their 2,000. Northern, they were 8,316 and they were given 1,763. Northern even bought more than what was expected of them. They took many constitutions than the rest of us, and they paid in 33,750. Poror, they had members to 2,814 members. They were given 150 constitutions. They only paid in 1,005 as per the number of constitutions that were given to them. Southern Synod, 4,000 members, 4,563 members, 1,100 constitutions, and 11,000 was paid. The total number of members, 29,217, constitutions, 7,224, and the amount for the constitutions was 87,500. This is the summary. I think we need to know how it worked. Now, the constitution's expenditure, if you look at my income there, I bought the constitutions for 45,730 and 42 rand. And then the sales was 87,500. And the profit gained was 41,769,058. I like the whistle. Page 10, CWM had material sales. According to the regions, the Cape regions, they were given that material, so many meters, and they were expected to pay 12,855 for the material that was given to them, and they managed to pay that amount, 12,855. Free State Lesotho, the material given to them was 84 meters, 0.2, and they were expected to pay 12,630, and that was balanced. KZN were given 82 meters, 82.1 meters. They were expected to pay 12,315, and that was what they paid. Namibia, they didn't take any head material. Northern Synod, they were given 131.1 meter. They were expected to pay 19,665, and it is still outstanding like the levies that side due to the challenges they have. Pororo, they were given 39.1 meters, and then they were expected to pay 5,865, and that is what exactly they did. Southern Synod was given 88.3 meters. They were expected to pay 13,245, and they paid exactly that. The total meters was 510 meters, 510.5 meters. Money expected 76,575, and money that we received 56,910 because of the Northern Synod that did not pay, that could not pay. Ne? That is still outstanding. Summary, material expenditure. This is the amount we bought the material with, these 510.5 meters. We bought that with 61,380. And the sales, when we sold this material, this is the money that is here, 56,910. Outstanding amount from the Northern Synod is 19,665. Expected amount was supposed to be 76,575. Now, expected profit, if every region, all the regions have paid, we were supposed to be having 15,195 as profit to this material. For noting.
No, I wanted to be sure. I wanted to be sure that I'll be doing the correct thing. Okay, I'll call for noting not only for CWM help material, but also for the summary for constitution. For noting.
Thank you. Page 11, the building project. The building project, point number 8. Cape region, they are having 5,859 members. You remember the request was that we pay 50 rand per member. Do we still all remember that? It was 50 rand per member. So the expected amount from Cape, due to the number of members, they were supposed to...
Excuse, can we be quiet? And if you have anything that maybe you want or you want to ask, remember we said write down, there will be time for that. So unless if there's something.
Okay, thank you. You remember the 50 rand per member, and according to the number of members in the region, they were expected to pay 292,950 rand. But at the end of the journey, they only managed to pay 28,910. Free State Lesotho, they were having 4,247 members. They were expected to pay 212 if all members paid. 212,350, but they only managed to get 82,000. KZN, they were having 3,132 members, and they were expected to pay 156,600. And after all was said and done, they could manage to pay 133,400. Namibia, 286 members. The expected amount was 14,300. They only managed to pay 2,000. Northern Synod, they were having 8,316 members. They were expected to pay 415,800, but instead they paid 600,000. And then Pororo, I'm coming to that. Pororo.
No refund, no refund.
No refund. Pororo, they are having 2,814 members, and they were expected to pay 140,700, but they only paid 8,500. Southern, 4,563, and they were expected to pay 228,150, but they could only manage to pay 100,000 rand into our account. Total members, 29,217. The expected amount was 1,460,850, but we landed at 954,810 rand. And then summary says expected amount was 1,460,850. Amount contributed was 954,810. Donation to Namibia is 200,000. Then we were left with 754,810 after we have paid, we paid Namibia. And then we also transferred 600,000 to the General Synod. Actually, it was reflected in the table there. Now it means in this account, we are left with 150, in this item, we are left with 154,000 for that donated 50 rand per member money.
Okay, only for noting. For noting?
Okay, thank you. Recommendations, page, point number 9, recommendations, the levies. Looking at the economic status of the country, we recommend that the annual levies remain 200 rand per congregation because the fundraising project we were engaged in boosted our finances. It will be discussed at the commissions, the Commission for Finances.
No, not this one. Not this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you heard the statement. This one we are calling for approval because we already reduced. Yes.
Yes.
For approval? You're not serious. For approval, where are the flags? Because it's approval. How many are not approving? But there is a red somewhere. Okay.
There is a red somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
It's approved, so it can be recorded, Secretariat.
I want us to go back to page 3 when I go, before I leave this point of the levies. I want us to go to income, point number 1. Point number 1 in page 3. Let us go back to page 3. I'm going to show you the levies per annum. You see in 2018, it was only 104.50 rand. In 2019, 129,300. 2020, 146,150. In 2021, 56,000. In 2022, 106. This year, you will get it from the updated report. But when we look at the levies, the way they are, hence this committee embarked in so many fundraising projects, because that money, the 100 rand, the 100,000 rand, it won't do anything. Given the status of the report that you got, that these people are traveling there and there and there, and we have got so many activities that we have to be involved in. So that's why we had to have so many fundraising projects. So it means even you, when you go home, if you see that the registration money, it doesn't take you anywhere, we need to see what are the fundraising projects that you are engaged in order to raise that money. Because the funds can limit you. They can greatly limit you to do things that you want to do because of money. And it should not be the case. I just wanted to show you this picture. And the levies are the source of income that the General Synod lives by. The levies. If you don't pay your levies, you must know that you are holding the hands of the General Synod, because we are eagerly waiting for the levies from every region. And the region, the levies must be paid on time. That table says in April, the forms must be at the presbytery. In May, the forms must be at the region. In June, all the forms must be at the regional synod. And after June, All the levies, we must see all the levies coming in by end of June, end of July. That's the story. It shouldn't come in September, in October, next year in January. If you do that, you are holding them at ransom. Do we all understand that? The levies is the first thing that you must pay, 200 rand per congregation in the region. You calculate the number of congregations that you have in the region, multiplied by 200 rand. That is the amount that must come to the General Synod. And in June, latest July. Thank you. Let's go to page 12 now. SMFA meeting 9.2. According to 2022 General Synod decision, are we all there? According to the decision of the General Synod that was held in 2022, all treasurers or special ministries will be attending and be part of the SMFA meetings. All treasurers of ministries, CYM, CWL, all the ministries. Meaning that the GS-CWM treasurer traveling costs must be budgeted for to attend those meetings. Since this might also be implemented at the regional levels, fundraising projects need to be in place at all levels of the ministry to be able to participate at similar meetings and meet its financial obligations. That's why we say at the regional, at the presbytery, at the congregation, there must be fundraising project that will assist you to meet all the financial obligations. Otherwise, you are not going to manage. For approval, the Congress to approve that the Temporary Commission for Finances should draft a budget for GSCWM and present it to the Congress for approval. That is the budget for the oncoming executive.
Can I call for approval? Yeah, this one I want, yes. Please, please, please. Okay. Or maybe let me start. Those who don't approve, can you indicate by the flag? Because this one is important. And it says the financial committee must start working very soon. Nothing is up. Those who are saying approved, thank you very much. It is approved. Okay. Temporary Commission for Finance. There is a task to be performed in this Congress, while we are left with a night to sleep, and your recommendation should be read here. We must read it here, and you approve what they recommend. By the way, they'll be recommended to say, this is the budget. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. 9.3, experience on payments of Congress fees. According to what happened during registration for this Congress. The experience that we have gathered is that we have realized the financial challenges that faced most presbyteries and regions to pay the Congress registration for their delegates. For some, even the number of delegates is less than expected. If we expect 5 members to be here, in some presbyteries or presbyteries, we found only 2, 3, 1, and so on. While everybody must be here, because this is the decision-making body where everybody must attend and hear for herself. So we have seen that challenge coming from the regions and presbyteries. We therefore recommend that as we go for recess, congregations, presbyteries, and regions start to fundraise for both regional and GS congresses. We should not wait for the year of the Congress so that full complement of delegates is sent to these gatherings and reach the expected quota. You heard when Reverend Beta was approving the sitting yesterday, he said something about the quorum. So if we don't meet the quorum, this sitting was supposed to have been cancelled. So if the regions don't send the full component, sometimes it will make us to the Congress will be cancelled. This sitting was supposed to have been held in 2021. In 2021. And in 2021, it was the same thing. They were sending 2 and 1, and we didn't meet the quorum. Hence, it was cancelled for this year. And this year still, all presbyteries could not send the full component. Hence, the recommendation that you must start now. When you go for Congress, money for the delegates is put aside. Next year, top up. Next year, top up. On the 4th year, then you know you just withdraw and pay for people to come.
Okay. Okay. I'm just about to say for noting. But this one is serious, ne? This one is serious. Can you imagine if on the first day when we were constituting, then the number was not half plus 1? Then the actuaries will say, thank you, ladies, there's no Congress. And then we had to either go back or what. And in 2021, we had to put our heads together. We were on meetings almost every day to say, how many, 2022, yeah, 2022, how many presbyteries are coming? How many members are coming? When we were counting, we were far from 50 plus 1. And hence we postponed again. So please go and embark for that. For noting, on a serious note. Okay.
Number 10, conclusion. I would like to thank all CWM members for their support towards all the fundraising projects planned by the GS Executive. Without your cooperation, we wouldn't have achieved our goals. You did all this for the love of the church and the ministry that we serve as women in the service of Christ and His church. Thank you very much, mothers, for affording me an opportunity to serve this ministry at this level. It's a lifetime experience that will never be taken away from me. My special thanks goes to the GS Executive, the regional executive committees for their support. Glory be to God. Keep up the good work, mothers. Ebenezer.
Before you think of update and everything, can you, I think somehow I need you to assist me so that what I'm not understanding, not necessarily understanding, I wonder whether they understand. We are having 2 reports, ne? The one that you gave in the morning is just for you to understand. There's another report inside which is similar, but you are the one to advise us or to say something about it. That ends at page 14. Can you just explain that one?
Which one?
In the one, in here, in the booklet, and this. Yeah?
Oh,
yes.
I must explain why.
Yes.
Oh, Messrs. I must explain why we had to use this one instead of the one that is in the book.
Yeah, in other words, we don't want you to say why another one this side, why, and they are more or less the same. Just an explanation.
If you can look at the one in the book, it has got some notes written in pen, somewhere that notes are needed, comments are needed, and so on. After we had a briefing in January where I presented this report, and I got advised by the actuaries and the committee that this must happen. It was like, this one is like the draft that I had during our January meeting. Now I sent this one to Doc because there are so many reports that we sent to her to consolidate and send it to the printers. She happened to send the wrong one. The wrong one that is in the book is the January one for the briefing and for auditing. Hence I had to do this one yesterday, this one that I read from. You mustn't wonder what about this one now. This one is the draft of this one that was approved. Okay.
Is that clear? Yes. Yeah, the report was there, ready for you. I didn't want anybody to say, the report, that report was done overnight. Okay, thank you. You are going to the update. We are not yet complete with this. Yeah, it's fine. We are not yet completed, but the report has been given up to March 2023. We are about to hand over to the new executive. And we can't hand over without giving an update of what happened with regard to finances from April 2023 to today. Unfortunately, for today might be a challenge again, but before handover, something will happen. Now, can we give the the treasurer, a break? Go and have your tea, and when you come back, we continue where we ended. Are you happy with that? Can it?
Let's see this. Thank you, Southern, for the beautiful song. Let us take this other report on the portrait one, the one that we haven't dealt with yet, so that I can finish. There's still a lot of work to do. Are we all there? Okay. This is an updated financial report from the 1st of April to 30th of June 2023. Are we all there? This report, the two-pager one, it's a small report, yeah. It is from the 1st of April to the 30th of June 2023. Auditing ended on the 31st of March 2023. That is the report that I ended with in that big one. Now I'm starting the new financial year that will run from the 1st of April to the 31st of March 2024. This is the base. I'm starting from there. Like the President has just indicated, the new treasurer, when she do her report, she will have to start with this one and then continue further. Madam President and the members, allow me to present an updated report for the financial transactions that took place from the 1st of April 2023 to the 30th of June 2023. This is an unaudited report. I just took it as it is from the statement of April, May and June. Income, I'm going to deal with the income, expenditure, investment, summary. R671.53. The levies for 2022-2023, you only saw Southern region and you saw KwaZulu-Natal with 7.4. Now when all the regions have paid now, it is 103,050 rand. That is the survival of the new committee until next year, July. Golfers, we have received 90,080 rand. This amount is not in full yet because they are still paying, they are still buying. It means in July, the amount will not be 90,000 anymore. It will be more because they are still paying and they are still buying. But this is up to the 30th of June 2023. Mrs. MC Teu's refund, you see there is 5,000. This 5,000 you will see again when I do my expenditure report. How did it come about? You must just keep it here. You will link it with our expenditure. How did it come about? The Congress for 2023 is 1,946,000. It is not the full amount because I paid some money even after that, up to last week. So when the July updated report will not say 1,9. It will say the full amount as it appears on the quotation, on the invoice. UEM funds workshop, we got another 40,000. I talked about the 80,000 for the workshop that took place in Kimberley. For this Congress, UEM also contributed 40,000 rand. Yeah, it needs an applause. The expenditure, traveling expenses from April to June, 9,087 rand. Flight tickets for this sitting, 26,560. Meals and accommodation. This is for the meeting the three of us held. You heard Doc talking about the archiving of documents. Myself, Doc, and Mema Kambule, who is the previous secretary on the 2017 Congress. We had to go to Bloemfontein to her because she still had some documents from the past. So we had to look for the documents from her. I take mine from 2013 to 2023. Doc take her reports from 2013 to 2023, so that we can see which ones needs to be archived. So we paid the hotel where we slept 5,375. Congress fee, this is the amount that I paid up to now for the hotel, is 2,071,194.60. Libuaka, what are you talking about? Because you are not men of Emmaus. What are you talking about? The golfers, I have paid 55,922 rand. Accounting fee for the books of 2022-23, I paid 6,380. For the bags, those bags that we have, I have paid 30,578. As a token to Sister Denise, we gave her 5,000 like they give it to the treasurer and the president. But the refund, the paying in and the refund that you see there on the income is because I have deposited that money into Dr. Teu's account, because she was the one who was to go and buy a voucher and present it at the function for Sister Denise. When she got there, she couldn't access this money. And then she had to pay it back into the Synod's account, the General Synod's account, hence this refund of 5,000. And I had now to pay the other 5,000 straight into Sister Denise's account, because the transfer and in the foreign country, it creates some hiccups. That's why you see 5,000 Denise and 5,000 Teu, you see, and you see the refund. I deposited into her account, it couldn't work. She returned it back into the General Synod, and I had to pay straight into the owner's account. Are we together? Yes. The ZEC print for voting papers that are going to be used this evening is 2.5. This 2.5 was just a deposit. Actually, it is 4,500. But the person from Cape Town who brought the papers for us paid the balance of 2,000, which I refunded yesterday. The remaining 2,000 will appear in the July statement. It will be reported in July because it was paid in July. Okay. Bagazio for pins, those pins that we had the Thursday in black pins, they cost us 2,034.94. We used some of the money that we got from the UEM, the 40,000. The 40,000 also helped us to do some other things that we couldn't do with our funds. The banners, we have this big banner that is behind us, and the other one, the CWM banner with the mission and vision. I can't see them where they are. With the vision and mission, those ones, the two of them, and the the flyers that were supposed to be hosted outside so that people can see where we are, the venue. They could indicate where the venue is, these two flyers. All those things amounted to 7,941.83 cents. The bank charges for April and June is 3,401 rand 32 cents. I want to indicate that it is the total, but the bank charges for June only is 2,900 couple cents. Why? Because when the deposits were made for this Congress, some paid individual 108, the other one paid 108. Whatever transaction happens in the account, it calls for bank charges. When individual payments are made, they took us a lot of bank charges. And for the Congress as well, some paid for themselves 6,000, some paid for the region, some paid for the presbytery, but some paid for individuals. So those individuals resulted us in having 2,900 plus bank charges for June only. It is recommended that when you do payments, you must do them through the presbytery. The presbytery sent everything to the region sends everything to the General Synod, not individual. Because when you go to the ATM, you want to deposit 108. The ATM takes only 160. You are left with 20 rand. You deposit 20 rand. That 20 rand is already the bank charge. You see, it is advisable that you do it in groups to avoid such things. So the total income, I didn't say the total income at the top, was 2,829 rand 801.53 cents. The expenditure 2,230,972.28. Next page. Total income 2,008,029 rand 801.53 cents. The expenditure total 2,230,972.28. The closing balance for the two accounts is for the current account. On the 30th of June, we were having 598,829.25. Investment account. The investment account, as on the 1st of April 2022, we were at 466. That is from the big report. We were having 466,653.56. The interest accrued from April to June, we already have 11,450. And the money that we have presently, as I speak, on the 31st of March 2023 was no more 466, but 478,104.09 cents. It grows and it grows faster. Summary of the two accounts. The check account 598,829.25, investment account 478,104.09, and the total money banked 1,076,933.34. Number 5, the Northern Synod debits and credits. In the previous report, I have indicated that for the building project, the Northern Synod has paid more than what was expected. Example, they had 8,316 members, according to the last report they submitted. Expected amount was 415,800. This is exactly as I have presented in the previous report. Money that we received from the North is 600,000. Overpayment was 185,000. According to the explanation that I got from their rep, is that the person, they do it through the church office. They don't do it through the regional treasurer. So when they report all the expenditure that must be paid for to the region, The person who had to pay 415 and 800, he paid 300 twice. Hence, they had an overpayment of 185,000. Are we together? Yes. Outstanding payments for the GS, they are owing me, you learned from the previous report. They didn't pay for the head material, 19,665. And the levies for 3 years, according to the number of congregations they had. I'm not speaking about the situation now, but I'm speaking for the actual situation. They owing me 81,000. The total debit is 100,665. For approval, we recommend that Congress should allow the Finance Commission to meet and discuss how this matter can be resolved. We owe them, they owe us. So the Financial Committee, when we meet in commissions, we are going to talk about this. How can we meet these people halfway?
Okay. Can you pause a bit?
Yeah.
This one is for approval because the decision cannot be taken by the treasurer or only the executive. So we want Congress to be part. But the kind of approval that we want for now is for you to approve that the temporary commission for finance should go and work out here. And where they need some questions, they'll ask, so that at the end, what appears here, which is the head material, okay, this one we are fine, we don't need extra or additional information. Levies for 3 years, we might, not me, the Financial Committee, the temporary finance, might need some explanation for them to, at the end, come up with a recommendation to Congress for the Congress to take a decision. A decision that should be approved and be noted, even for future. So for now, I'm going to say, we as executive, we are recommending through the treasurer that the Financial Commission should go and meet. Let me see those who don't agree with our recommendation. Okay. Those who say
brought forward on page 2, was there not your initial $562,700.63, but instead a $645,671.53? And that is another miscalculation. I don't know where I put that amount now, but yeah, I can quickly check maybe if someone can quickly calculate for me that difference. So for the first, from the income to the expenses, there's an over-calculation of 120,000. That's the one error. And then taken that balance over to your temporary statement as from 1st of March up to last night, I would say, when you prepared this document, the balance brought forward from that to this new 2-page document, there's also a difference. Did someone maybe calculated that for me quickly?
Okay, I think your question is...
Noted.
Not only noted. No, noted is another story. Okay. I'm sure we heard that. And I'm going to change my strategy of taking 3 questions. Okay. I just want to check whether the secretary and the executive.
Thank you.
Not the secretary, the treasurer is able to say something. So I'm stopping that one of taking 3. It might confuse us. Let's take 1 and then see whether we can respond. Are you okay with my... Yeah, it's calculation. Just to, you want to answer it maybe? I'm just trying to ensure that you get